Hello guys, I'm Super Ron, welcome back to the channel, and this week we are starting at home because we are in my Audi RS6. So this is my 2004 Audi C5 RS6 van. I've had it for 4 or 5 years now, and it's got to that time of year again where it needs its MOT and service. This used to be my daily driver for the first year or so. This was the only car I had, so I used it for everything: school runs, shopping, going to work. But then it did start to dawn on me that having a 450 horsepower V8 twin turbo 4-wheel drive car just for doing a school run wasn't that efficient. Just running around, I get between 12 and 16 miles per gallon. We're averaging 14.2 at the minute. On a long run on the motorway, you can get it up to about 24 miles per gallon, but that is about it on these. Saying that, it is slightly better than my old C5 S6, which is the same engine but without the turbos, so that had used the RPM to get the performance. So the gearboxes have different ratios in, and that would only scoot around at about 11 miles per gallon, and I never got 20 miles per gallon out of it. So I see this as a fuel efficient upgrade. But after a while, I did get myself a Mark V Golf TDI for doing the school run and running around in. So sadly, this does spend most of its time just sitting on the driveway, looking pretty, waiting for family days out on holidays, which probably means I only do about 3,000 miles a year in this. It did bump over a big milestone this year, and the odometer clicked over 130,000 miles, but it is still going strong. I've been so lucky with this car. I've never had anything major go wrong with it. I've never had any huge bills. Just regular servicing has kept this thing tip top. So often a big problem with having these performance cars sitting around is the road tax. On things like a B7 RS4, E93 M3, everything like that are up at the £630 a year tax, which does seem a huge waste of money if it spends most of its time just sitting there. But luckily, because this is a 2004, this was before the mega tax came out. So this is just the same as a regular car. It's £350 a year, exactly the same as my Zafira GSI. So we're on our way to AutoShack now to do the service, give it a good check over and get it ready for its MOT tomorrow. And let's have a look underneath. I think this is the first time it's been on the ramp since the last MOT. This year I haven't really done a lot. We're all looking good. At the back, a few years ago I changed the rear prop seal. That is still nice and dry. Rear diff, all nice and dry. We are looking good. So we seem to have come to a bit of a hitch. I've just phoned up TPS, which is the supplier for all the genuine Audi parts, because I always put genuine Audi oil and filters on this. So I phoned them up, said I need the oil, yes, no problem. Sump nut, yep, no problem. Oil filter, oh hold on, we've got none in stock, let me just check where we can get them. Oh, it appears Audi stopped producing these oil filters in 2020, and there is no more being made. So in the last 2 years, all their stock have just been going out, which is really strange. It's a 2004 car, so it's not even 20 years old now. And after 16 years, Audi have stopped producing oil filters for them. So I'm not sure what we're supposed to do. If I took it to Audi for a main dealer service, they can't get an oil filter. So luckily I phoned up Motor Parts Direct just down the road, and they sorted me out. They even put on an extra van to get the filter out to me so I can do it tonight. So I got a Bosch one, which is still going to be fine. I just would have preferred to put all genuine Audi stuff on there. So let's drain the oil out, change the filter and get this ready for the MOT tomorrow. Let's have a look for this oil filter. Tucked between the intercooler, the turbo, the subframe, anti-roll bar, and anything else I could fit in there. It's just up there. Got it out. Oil dripping from everywhere onto everywhere. Let's get this new one in. And if you're watching this because you can't find an oil filter, this is the one that you need. Get it on. RS6, BCY engine, lubricants and fluids. How much do we need? 7.4 litres, 50 newton meters on the massive sump nut. All torqued up and washed down, so we're ready to put it back on the floor. This was missing its under tray when I bought it. It has got all the points for clipping it on still there, and I would like to get one, but because of the intercoolers, the under trays on these are RS6 Pacific, of course, so they're not that easy to find. But I'm on the hunt for one. I would like to put one on there just to keep it a bit more tidy under there and for my aerodynamics. But let's get it back on the floor and fill it up with oil. So here's the super full carbon fibre engine bay. You've got your two big air boxes going down to each turbo at the back. But where do you fill it up with oil? Lucky, they give you a little idiot's guide here. Press these. Pull this off. And you can just about see half a filler cap here. Not the easiest things to fill up. Ooh. Could do with a funnel, really. It's 5. And then the dipstick is hidden under here. Yep. Good to go. Hide it back away. Been checked off. I think we are ready for an MOT in the morning. Here's the old filter, the one I fitted last year, a genuine Audi one, and that is the part number that Audi gave me to cross-reference to try and find another one. But I was just having a look to see if there's any date marks on it, like there is on air filters and stuff, but I can't see anything. So could this possibly be the last Audi oil filter they ever produced for an RS6? Maybe I'll have to keep this one as a treasure. Or maybe not. Actually, I can't let it go to an MOT like this. Clean cars always pass. Let's give it a wash. And that's better, all ready for its MOT tomorrow. Nice and clean. And it is MOT day, so let's see how this nice clean car will do. But of course, on the way, we need to get some fuel. And we have got a pass with a capital P, no advisories whatsoever. So having a clean car definitely does work. All the emissions and everything looks spot on. So that means it's running really well, and the RS6 does live another year. And also good news for me, that means I don't have to do any work on it. So one job that does keep getting mentioned, that I did promise you I was going to do, when I fitted the new battery in the boot, I had all the parts to put a positive jump point in the front. So if it ever got a flat battery or it needed a jump start, there's nothing in the engine bay on these to get power to it. Not very helpful if you've got a flat battery and your boot's full of stuff. But to be honest, since I've fitted the new battery, I haven't had any charging or battery problems at all. So I've kind of put it on the back burner. But I will get around to it. I will do a video of getting the charge point in the front, but I'm just super pleased that it's got through another year. So we're on 132,000 miles, and it's really odd that Audi has discontinued these oil filters on a 16-year-old car. As you've seen at AutoShack, we work on a lot of old BMWs from the 70s and 80s, and we can still get all sorts of parts from them, all the servicing parts, any mechanical, body parts, clips, interior, no problem on BMWs. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Audi are following the same suit. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's been nice to show you one of my cars for once. So we'll get this back home, tucked away, ready and waiting for the next family trip out. So until next time, make sure you have fun. Well, my inner hoarder has got the better of me and I went and fished it out of the bin. I couldn't throw this away. This could be the last ever genuine Audi C5 RS6 oil filter ever produced. So it's going on the offerings to the God of Speed, the shelf with all my other souvenirs.